Moving on, page 6 is another story that is interesting. The war on betting now takes a political angle, and we do know that this started off a while ago when Dr. Matiang'i, through his office, we had some, moguls in the betting industry who were deported, and that war has continued. A number of licenses have been revoked, and of course that now has taken a political angle, seeing that there are some politicians who've come out to say no, that this should be stopped because it puts the sports industry in Kenya at risk.
You know, Mike, what happens in this country is that in everything there are beneficiaries and losers. And for this war on betting, Matiang'i is being seen to be very selective, whereby other people or companies are being targeted while others are left to operate freely. And most of these MPs who are making a lot of noise about those companies that have not been issued, whose licenses have not been renewed, most of them are the people who have been benefiting from these companies. You heard yesterday somebody like Malala saying, the senator for Kakamega, saying that he is one of the beneficiaries where SportPesa sponsored his tournament last year, the Malala Cup, you know, and he was talking about a huge amount of money, you know, uniforms and so on. So to him, by SportPesa giving him money and supporting his tournament, he's supposed to be left to operate because he's doing something good. But how much does this company do harm to most young people? Although betting is not seen as a source of employment, because I've even seen most employed people, young people, just doing it as a hobby, you know, just placing a bet on a game that they would like you're talking about Liverpool and Arsenal. So if I'm a fan of Arsenal, I'll say, okay, Arsenal will beat Liverpool. And you bet on it. You know, so they are done as fun. But it had reached a point where many young people were now losing their lives because and spending everything, all their fortune on betting. So to that extent, then there must be controls,
regulations and controls
and measures to ensure that at least it helps young people than destroy them.
Absolutely. And page 14 of The Nation, which is the cartoon right there, shows you or gives an impression of the cartoonist's impression of what is going on. And there is the betting companies who seem to be having somebody who's controlling them from somewhere. And you also have Dr. Matiang'i there also being controlled as they play the game of chess. So the question is, who is going to call the last call on checkmate? So that is...
I think these betting companies, they have accumulated a lot, and they are in a position to influence politicians to start now, you know, throwing mud at Matiang'i. Because yesterday I also listened to Malala saying that Matiang'i is favoring one of the companies that is owned by whose directors is one of his cousins, I don't know, nephew. And so Matiang'i wants these other competitors to
out of the
way so that his company can make profit. But that's far from the truth. Unless they have evidence, clear evidence, showing that the company that they are talking about has not met the requirements, yet it's operating, then we can start talking about it. But Matiang'i has renewed 10 licenses, companies that had been blocked, but now they have been allowed to operate. So maybe there's a problem with these international companies because SportPesa and Betin are owned by foreigners. And we will also want to know these foreigners are operating under what?
Under which
in any authority.